Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, and we're beginning the new year of the month of January for police cars and first responder customs and purchase vehicles for the month of January of 2024. Yeah, so we're done with 2023, and we have entered the year 2024. So this is our first episode of the new year. Yeah. Yay us. And it only took a month and a half to get that going. We're in the month of February already to do the shoots, and this month January is already came and went, and that is a fast deal. Yeah. And so I expect the rest of the year to be fast. So without further ado, let's introduce the first vehicles, first police cars and first responder vehicles of 2024, and just get you going right here. That is the Ford. Yeah, that is a Ford ambulance vehicle, Ford F-350, 1992 model. Model make and the casting, but the casting has been made recent by Greenlight, and we've been able to be one of the many recipients to get a few of these vehicles. This was a blank casting. A blank casting that we was able to convert into this Boston EMS emergency ambulance vehicle. Yeah, nicely done. We put decals, we cleaned it up a little bit, detailed it a little bit, and we kind of trimmed it and cut it and trimmed it some more to adjust to this vehicle, to put on this vehicle. I don't think it was the right size. It was the right size, 1/64 scale. But it wasn't exactly built, and the decals wasn't designed for this vehicle. It was designed for another ambulance vehicle that was out there that was made by Greenlight. But this one, they came out with these new castings of the 1992 version of this ambulance. Nicely done. Decals made by Rhonda Curley from Police Decals and Deals. Did a great job with that. And it took about 4 hours to put the trim and kind of fit it the way we wanted to fit it. Most of the time dedicated to the back of this vehicle. Yeah, when we had the chevrons and everything else, we kind of had to trim that up and kind of get it to fit within the confines. But it worked out great. It turned out to be a labor of love a little bit, and really nicely done. I was impressed too by once it was completed. This is our first ambulance that we have kind of done, at least on the Greenlight casting. So we're pretty happy about this and the way it turned out. Nicely done on this 1992 casting of the 1992 Ford F-350 ambulance vehicle. Nicely done. Just wanted to start off with that, and then we do customized builds, and then we purchase some stuff that's online, but we bring to the forefront for everybody. This is the FBI Police with the 1996 Ford Bronco casting. This is a Greenlight casting, nicely done. And it was purchased. Was able to purchase this online. We bought a whole set of this, with the exception of the electric vehicle, because with the exception of the electric vehicle and the Dodge Charger. We already made Dodge Chargers. Bought some decals to make the Dodge Chargers out of it and stuff, and it really just took care of that. So we didn't have to buy any Dodge Chargers. And we kind of used these to replace the electric vehicles as FBI Police vehicles, which is the Sport SUV by Matchbox, and that casting. It was another unit before we got hold of it, refurbished it, and made it to the FBI Police. And we're making a fleet of those FBI Police. But when we saw some and online, we was able to go ahead and purchase the Broncos. The Broncos. We purchased a couple of vehicles for the fleet, couple of Bronco units, and I always get it when I always get it when the spot's not available at the turn. But get all this, there you go. Nicely done. This is the Ford Bronco FBI Police with the guest star of the SUV Sport by Matchbox Casting. Nicely done. The camper does come off, but we kind of glued it on a little bit just to keep it on. Just put a little bit of glue, just a dab of glue. Nothing much, nothing personal, just to keep it on there. And while we flaunt with it and play with it and display it for others to see, this is the FBI Police of the Police Interceptor Sedan of the FBI Police. This is a green light casting. Nicely done, and also purchased. One of the FBI Police purchases, many FBI Police purchases that we've made for this for the month of January. This is a 2010 Ford Police Interceptor Sedan. Nicely done. So nice, we made it twice. Give it a couple turns there. Nicely done. Never centered. Never centered. Thank you. This one is the Dodge Durango. All these are green light castings. 1/64 scale. Here we go. Nicely done. There you go. And the Police Interceptor Utility. This is a 2010 Ford Police Interceptor Utility. 2010, 2011, somewhere in that time frame. 2011. Yep. 2011 Ford Police Interceptor Utility. Like I said, a green light casting. Nicely done. Alright. That's it with our FBI Police that we purchased. Give it to you all at one time so we can get it out of the way. A lot of cars to show, but this show shouldn't be that long. This one's next. Another green light casting of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and a Chevy Tahoe casting. This is a 2022 Chevy Tahoe casting. Came in as a slick top. It came in already. This is a purchased vehicle, by the way. Already came in as a slick top with a push bar on the front, no doubt, and painted on it was already painted on the top. All we did was add the visor lights on the front and the back, and added a feature in the back, and added a lighting detail feature in the back with a Sharpie on the corners, on each corner of the tailgate. Nicely done. See if we can get you closer to that vehicle on those detail features with the Sharpie. Everything else was already detailed in there. Add a little detail, like I said, with the visor lights on the front and the back, and the feature on each side of the, and a little light feature on each side of the tailgate in the rear of the Tahoe. Nicely done. That was a little feature we did. We also did the floorboard as well. Did the lights on the floorboard and detailed that ourselves. As well, we looked in the picture, it looked good. It looked just like, you know, we tried to do it just like the picture. And we kept it a slick top. And we got more than one, of course. Had to get more than one of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Aaliyah. Nicely done. Alabama Law Enforcement Agency 2022 Chevy Tahoe from Greenlight. Nicely done. You can get it without the featured details on it and still look good. But we just added more pop to it. That's it. Next vehicle up is also a purchase vehicle that we detailed. The El Segundo Police. This is a Matchbox casting 2015 Ram. This was purchased, but we did some detail work on the front and the back, and added a decal feature, police, on the rear of the vehicle. Debated about tinting the windows, but it looks good. It looks pretty cool, leaving it like it is, and having a blue feature like it's lit up, like the inside is lighting up on the outside, just showing the ambience, police car ambience from the windshield. So we left it like it is. So nice. You know, we purchased two of them and then detailed each one of them. Like I said, just did the light details on the front and the back of the vehicle. Nothing too special. Did the light feature on the back of top of the hood. Nicely done. The El Segundo Police Department in El Segundo, California. Nicely done. Looks pretty good. Get you a little bit closer. Seeing some of the details to it. There you go. The El Segundo Police Department. Nicely done. We're all over the place here. Might as well be. This is the Kootenai County Police Department of Kootenai Police Department. Not sure where that's at exactly, but I'll probably look it up for you, see if I can find it for you. But this is a Matchbox casting of the Police Interceptor utility. Not bad at all. Nicely done. Bought the cast. It was the purchase casting, but we did the detail. We did a little detail work on the front and the back. Add light details on the front and the back. Already had the push bar and the light bar that was built in on it. That was built into the casting, which is starting to be a typical design of the Matchbox casting. We'll see what happens here. I'm just trying to look something up. Kootenai County in Idaho. That's where the police unit is from. Kootenai County in Idaho. I knew that. But that's the casting of the. We also did some details on the front part, on the left and right of the push bar. Like I said, the push bar and the light bar is already intertwined in there, and we already added light features and little light feature details. Added the decal on the back, and we colored the oval, Ford oval on the front and the back, and put a license plate on it. Make sure it was Idaho. make sure it was Idaho. The Kootenai County in Idaho Police Department. Next vehicle up, and you've probably seen this vehicle in previous videos, which is the United States Marine Corps Police. Definitely serving the bases of the United States Marine Corps bases across the country, where they have bases posted. Nicely done. They'd be driving on these on several fleets of vehicles, especially this one, the Police Interceptor Utility. And this is a green light casting. All these are 164, so you know, all to keep it within the basis of the keep it within the basis of consistency of what we do. But it's a 164 scale. All the vehicles are, and this is the Police Interceptor Utility version. Nicely done. And that was a blank casting. The vehicle was a blank casting that came with the push bar. Already came with the push bar, but it was a slick top. We already added the light. We added a light bar to it. Nicely done, and added the decals. Decals are by Bill Bozo. Thank you, Mr. Bill. You've done a great job with this, and we probably have a lot of these decals to go. We can make a fleet. We can make a Marine Corps out of that, out of the fleet of these vehicles. Looking forward to doing that too at some point in time. And we'll have different castings of the Marine Corps Police in the future. We had, like I said, we had one in previous videos, but we since sold that, and we wanted to make another one to stay within the, to keep within our fleet of military vehicles. This is the Marine Corps Police Ford Interceptor Utility, Police Utility of the Marine Corps Police, made by Greenlight, and it was a custom vehicle. Another custom vehicle is the Lee County Sheriff's Department in Florida, in a Police Interceptor Utility vehicle. This is a green light casting that came in as a blank slick top casting, and we left it just like that and just added a decal to it. Decals came from Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job as always. A fantastic model that we did, and we detailed it up on the on the front with the visor lights on the front and the back, along with the decal, and did a little detail on the grill of the front. Nicely done. And then that's pretty much it. We really did the chrome the middle of the wheels, of the wheelbase on each side, on each wheel, and did a fine job. Nice touch to that. Pretty good. And we may make more of it, and we may decide to make more of those to add to the fleet. And it's like every other county in Florida, they're expanding, and there's a lot of counties. There's a lot of Florida counties that people are requesting. So try to get hopping on that. The Lee County Sheriff's Department in Lee County, Florida. Next vehicle on the docket is the Easley, South Carolina Police Department. It's in a Chevy Tahoe green light casting. Nicely done. This was a previous unit that we stripped and refurbished it and made it into this unit. Decals were by Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, gentlemen. Did a great job with that. And it was a chore to put on the vehicle, but still very good. It's still a very good fit nonetheless. Didn't have many decals to work with. Just trying to get it straightened out a little bit. It might look crooked at first, but those Easley Police Departments with their designs are usually the toughest ones to put on, especially when you put it on the first time. It was a challenge, but a fun project nonetheless. Then we was able to detail the front grille, and then add a light bar to it, as it was a slick top vehicle, as the previous unit had a slick top vehicle on the Chevy Tahoe. Nice, like I said, Easley Police Department, Chevy Tahoe casting, green light casting, of the Easley Police Department in South Carolina. Nicely done. Whoops. Next unit up, the University of South Carolina Police Department is sporting a couple of Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicles, green light casting. This is a vehicle of another unit that we have stripped and refurbished and made into this unit. These decals we made ourselves, and we was able to create that on our software and actually make it, size it up and put it on there, and put it on this type of casting. This is a 2021 Ford Police Interceptor utility. I already had a light bar and a push bar on it, which made it a perfect candidate for this for this vehicle. Yeah. So today, and we kind of detailed a little bit on the front, and then, like I said, we did the decal work on that we put on there and laid out the decals from the front and the back, and then we touched it up a little bit to make it look smooth and look professional. Nicely done. So nice, we made it twice. And then we painted the wheels, and then chromed the middle, and then chromed the wheelbase on each wheel. Nicely done. This was actually a 2 to 3 day job, and the decals were put on there good. But like I said, we just had to, knowing that there are designs, we had to fill in some of the things around the wheel well, around the wheel well of the vehicles. But nicely done, and it was a fun build. We can always say it's a fun build when we're finished with it than anything else. No doubt. We can always say it was a fun build when we finish with it. Challenging build, yes. But a fun build, also yes. You always appreciate the ones that you do that was a challenge that you do complete. Next vehicle up is the Chevy Corvette Stingray, I believe, of the Idaho State Patrol. Yes, this is a 2020 Chevy Corvette Stingray. Yep, and this is the casting that we use. Try to make it a specialty unit, a stealth unit. Nicely done. Decals made by Bill Bozo. He did a great job with that. Fantastic, and well done. And we just kept it a slick top. Made it a specialty vehicle, more of a pursuit vehicle than anything else, and detailed the visor lights on the front and the back. Kept it a real simple design, because we started to see some of these vehicles on some of the Google images for Grand Theft Auto and Gran Turismo, those video games, and they definitely resonate. Yeah, I began to be a fan of just the pictures aspect of what they was able to create on those skins, police skins, of certain vehicles. So you may see more of that in the near and future videos, and you have seen it on previous videos. But we're starting to get more involved in seeing some of these vehicles that are sporty but yet fancy, as such as the Corvettes, as such as Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Camaros, Dodge Challengers, and such. So you might see more of that with a little bit more of an exotic touch to it in the near future. Nicely done. And this is a green light casting of the 2020 Corvette Stingray. Next vehicle up is the 2018 Dodge Charger matchbox casting of the New Hampshire State Police. Nicely done. Two-tone color. but the casting was already green. We just, when we refurbished it, we just painted the second color on the top of that unit, and then put the decals on there, and kind of left it like that, and then added a push bar and a light bar to the vehicle. Decals made by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job with that. And we added the light bar. The push bar is 3D printed by us, and the light bar is made by us from balsa wood. Nicely done. Got plenty of both. The wonders of 3D printing. we may do some more stuff and projects involving that, but right now, we're enjoying the heck out of these customs and using these for the custom police cars that we're making and first responder vehicles that we're making. Nicely done. If you hear my voice weighing in and out, yeah, I'm just kind of reaching for the cars as we go along and in a standing position. But there's the New Hampshire State Police Matchbox Dodge Charger castings of the New Hampshire State Police. Yeah. Nicely done. Next unit up is the fictional police, Monroe County Police, with the Hot Wheels casting of the boom box. This is a fictional casting, unlicensed casting of the boom box. Funny thing about the boom box, when we first got it, it came off the Batman vehicle series, and 5-pack, and it came with a boom box with the Gotham City Police. Say, if you're gonna make it a police car, yeah, at least make it look good. It had a boombox casting, but that was pretty much it. That was pretty much all it was showing. So we took it, stripped it down, refurbished it, and made it to the Monroe County Police Department K9 vehicle. Nicely done. Just stripped it, painted it black, added a light bar, and did a lot of detailing to the front and the back, with the headlights, tail lights, and the visor lights on the front. Nicely done. Decals, we made the decals for this unit, and so passionate about this vehicle. We love this vehicle. When we first had it, we only had one. We only had one of these because that was the only casting we could find. We couldn't find any more. We was hunting for all of that. We was actually hunting for vehicles like this. Then Hot Wheels started to make more for other promotions and everything else. So now we're able to make more than one for the entire fleet. Also to note, this was also in our previous videos as well as one of our earlier builds. Now we added a couple of more vehicles like this to add to the fleet. The K9 Monroe County Police fleet. In a boombox Hot Wheels boombox casting. Nicely done. Next unit up, the Georgia State Patrol. This is in a Matchbox Dodge Charger casting. It was already blue when we got it, so we added a second tone color on the top, which is silver, and it works out good. Adds plenty of pop to it. Then we add the light bar and the push bar on the vehicle, and tinted the windows, detailed the mirror cover, and that was it. We didn't have to do too much detail. It was already detailed. Matchbox did a great job detailing the Dodge Charger vehicle in the headlights and taillights. They did a great job with that. We just added to it with more of the pizzazz and flavor, and then added the decals as well. Decals were by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job with that. We buy a lot of, we've been buying decals from a lot of vendors. as of late, especially a lot of decals from quite a few of them, like Miss Rhonda, that have done a fantastic job with printing white. They have a good printer that does great work on these decals, and make it show off in a more professional manner. Nicely done by Miss Rhonda and all the vendors that we use for decals, including us. We give ourselves a pat in the back every once in a while, but we do associate with them more for rapport than anything else. But when you have the decals, when they have the decals that you're looking for to add to the fleet like this, hey, you might as well get them. I mean, heck, then you don't have to worry about making them on your own. You can worry about making something else, making another unit, maybe more ambulance units as well as we go along with that. But there you have it. That's the Georgia State Patrol Dodge Charger matchbox casting. Nicely done. And that will be added to the fleet. We had a previous design. We had a previous version just like this one. We had a previous version just like this one in the that we done in previous videos. So you've probably seen that before in our previous videos if you've been watching. But every once in a while, if we make a new one to add to the fleet, we'll definitely show you that as well. Once again, the matchbox casting of the Dodge Charger, Georgia State Patrol. And last but not least, we have what we consider a test, but more of a highlight than anything else. A highlight of the Tennessee State Trooper matchbox Dodge Charger casting. This is from a what they call it, a moving parts version, moving parts matchbox Dodge Charger, and we decorated it and refurbished it up into the Tennessee State Trooper vehicle. Nicely done. Decals made by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you again, Miss Rhonda. She made several versions of the Tennessee State Trooper, and we just had to have it at that point in time. Did a fantastic job with that, and we was able to, and we wanted to go, usually Tennessee State Troopers two-tone color, we wanted to stay with the yellow, but Tennessee State Troopers two-tone color is black with a cream on the side and on the front. But we decided to give it we decided to go with the yellow and give it and add the decals to it to make it look sporty, and it definitely has that sportier look on a Dodge Charger casting. Nicely done. We may test other vehicles like that too, and touch it up. Maybe put a Tennessee State Trooper decal on it and see how that comes out too. Because there's a couple of vehicles that we're looking to do that on, and, do that on other than this one as well. And we, just to nudge ourselves outside the box a little bit with the casting. Not too shabby, not too bad. I think we did ourselves a good bit of work and design on this Dodge Charger casting. Nicely done. We'll have some more of these vehicles and other vehicles of the Tennessee State Trooper in future videos. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that notification bell so when that video comes out, you'll be in the know. I said this was going to be the last, but not least. No, but there was one we missed. Yeah, I'll show you that. But nicely done of this matchbox casting, moving parts matchbox casting of the Dodge Charger for the Tennessee State Trooper. Or to add to the fleet later. This will probably be our last one. This is and I'm not sure if you've seen this from the previous video. I didn't catch that either, if I did or not. But this is a matchbox Ford Explorer / Police Interceptor utility casting of the Forest Acres Police Department in South Carolina. in Columbia, South Carolina. Nicely done. They have a neighborhood. They have a neighborhood that's really a good grand scale that needs a police department to patrol it, and they're there to serve, and they've done a great job with it. And we was able to find decals for it from Aftermath Decals, Aftermath LLC. Thank you, sir. Did a fantastic job with this, with the decals, and we was able to put it, size it up and put it on there. Nicely done on this type of a casting, which was another unit, and we stripped it and refurbished it and made it to this unit. Nicely done. We also did all the detail features on the lighting features on the front and the back of the vehicle, and on the top vehicle just above the visor in the front. Nicely done. They had the spotlights, we detailed that. The mirrors, we detailed that. The mirror covers, we detailed that. And front and back lights and the push bar, we detailed that. Detailed a lot of features on this vehicle, and tinted the windows too. So nice, we did it twice. Nicely done. There may be more of the Forest Acres Police coming soon in the fleet of the police cars and first responder vehicles, especially vehicles representing the state of South Carolina, as we're continuing to do county units and cover on county units across our state of South Carolina. Nicely done. There you have it. That's all. Yeah, I think that's all of the vehicles. I don't think we left anything out. If we do, we'll just quickly and willingly put it on the back burner for the next video for next month. And there you have it. There's your January. These are customized. These are January customized and purchased vehicles to kick off the month of January of 2024. And I thank each and every one of you for your support of our channel in any way, shape, or form. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed this video and many of the others that we have in our library and in our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, and we'll see you on the next one.